speaking about 2 minutes before the meeting started is none other than Toastmaster Tim Linger. Today his speech is about his family tree of veterans, including himself. So let's welcome Toastmaster Tim Linger. Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
In a sense, this will be an icebreaker. Going back to my grandfather. My grandfather served in the U.S. Army in World War II. He's a decorated war hero, and the story goes that he saved a lot of American soldiers from dying. My father dated my mother, and my grandfather at that time was an Army recruiter. So he said, if you want to date my daughter, you have to join the Army. He says, quota, gets his daughter an opportunity to have a decent life, somebody with a stable job, if you will. My father took him up on the offer, thinking he would serve his time, and he wound up retiring, just like my grandfather did, which made me a military brat. And I'll say that the best time of my life was being in the military as a brat. I've seen the world, if you will. As a child, I've seen lots of places, and as an adult, I have that urge to be a nomad. You see, in the military, many times you're moving every 3 years. We started off in Georgia, we went to North Carolina, Texas, New Jersey, Virginia, we're down to Panama. Panama. I still have my finger. Lucky. Yeah. I spent 5 years in Panama, and I think it's the formative years, age 8 through age 13. And as a young person, pre-teen to teen, the things I did in Panama, in a military base, so it's secure, but you also have the canal zone, which gives you 5 miles on each side of the canal. And by the way, if anybody has never been there, or thinks that the Panama Canal is big, it is 50 miles long. But the original canal is about as wide as this room. That's it. Now they have a new canal that he built right beside the old canal. I've never seen it up close, but I'm going to make an assumption it's twice the size of this room as far as the width. But Panama, the culture is fantastic, the weather is fantastic, and if I were to choose a country outside of America to live, it would be Panama. It is that beautiful. No hurricanes, lots of earthquakes. No hurricanes, did I say that? No hurricanes. And I have, okay, so after leaving college, I needed direction in my life. My grandfather would say that he felt, and my father would mirror this quote, he feels that everybody should join the service to grow yourself, to grow self-confidence, to mature. And I would tend to agree with that. I'm not in favor of a bunch of laws and requirements. I know some countries like Israel and Russia require you to join the military for a couple of years. Everyone learns how to fire a weapon. So I would say that my years in the military were also very good. Basic training to start with. I went in as a 125-year-old, 19-year-old. 125-pound 19-year-old.
Oh, man.
As some would say, you're not good at math necessarily. I came out all muscle, 145 pounds. I'm quite positive there was no fat on me. Basic training definitely matured me. It made me respect the people in authority. And during basic training, or actually during schooling after basic training, they would give you a wish list. Where would you like to be stationed? Now, my dream was Germany. And I've been to Poland, by the way. Some of my classmates went to Germany. I had 5 choices. My last choice, I kid you not, was Hawaii. I don't really want to go to Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii multiple times since then. But I want to go to Germany. They sent some of my classmates who chose Hawaii as their first choice. They sent them to Germany and they sent me to Hawaii. Which was good because how many people get the opportunity to go to Hawaii, especially for free, right? So I was there in my youth, in my 20s. I was in Hawaii, stationed in Hawaii, Fort Chapter. And again, probably the best parts of my life. And yes, I was in Vietnam, about 10 years ago. And by the way, when I joined the military, it was on 9/11, 1985. But it was 9/11. In all seriousness, in basic training, I had this moment, and us in Florida will know exactly what I'm talking about. So, you're in the barracks. You're not, I am. I was. In the barracks, and you have to go to the latrine. So you get out of bed, and there's 40, 50 people in the room, and you're trying to be quiet, and you're barefoot, and you're heading to the latrine, you're trying to be quiet, and sometimes you step on something. Sometimes you don't know you stepped on something. And I did. It was, anybody had a Charlie horse before?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Except this one was right here. It hurt. It hurt so bad. In fact, it was this size right here. Everyone sees that, right? It was this size right here. I finally got in bed, and I'm just laying in pain and wanting to cry, wanting to make sounds, and I'm not able to. It was this big. Did I say that again? It was right on the bottom of this foot. Anyway, the pain was so intense that I finally decided to rub it out. And now as I was rubbing it, my finger hit what I stepped on, which is one of those Florida crickets. It felt this big. This big. And now I have the next problem. I had a splinter in my finger. I took care of it. So I'm gonna leave my speech this way. Word of advice from a fellow Toastmaster. Shut up!